I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I want to welcome you to our Commissioners Board meeting for March the 16th. We're broadcasting live via Microsoft Teams live event. We're also on BCTV as well as Facebook and YouTube Live. At this time, I'd like to call our meeting to order with a moment of silence followed by a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any additions or corrections for the March 19th meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We did have an executive session yesterday. It dealt with contracts and personnel issues. At this time, I'd like to recognize my executive assistant, Anne Marie Grill, to read the public comment policy.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A, Facebook, and YouTube. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Anne Marie. There is no public comment on agenda items in person or online, so we will move forward with the agenda. Item 1, authorizing. Under that, Budget Department, adopt a resolution authorizing 2022 appropriations in the amount of $7,975 and 2023 transfers in the amount of $236,000 and 2023 appropriations in the amount of $1,867,460 per listing dated March the 10th of 2023. There are several items under Human Resources. Item 1, authorize the appointment of Jonathan Heinzman to Public Relations Officer in the Commissioner's Office. Item 2, authorize the promotion of Michael Mormon from Deputy Sheriff to Sergeant in the Sheriff's Department. Item 3, authorize the salary increase for Wanda Brown, Internal Auditor in the Controller's Office. Item 4, approve a salary increase for Mitchell Salvatore, Senior Governmental Accountant, also in the Controller's Office. There's one item listed under purchasing. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the recommendation to award in the Director of Contracts and Procurement to execute a contract as a result of an invitation to bid for inmate and resident clothing for a period of 1 year for the participating members of the Southeastern Pennsylvania Counties Cooperative Purchasing Board, including Berks County, as follows. It goes to Charmtex out of Brooklyn, New York. The estimated annual expenditure is $70,508.28. The Berks portion is $60,212. There's several items under the commissioners. I want to note that item B on your agenda and item E have been pulled. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing execution of the title page of the drawings for construction as prepared by professional engineers with C.C. Johnson and Malhotra P.C. pertaining to the Ebling Memorial Bridge replacement project over Bernhardt Creek in Muhlenberg Township, Berks County. Item B, Adopt a resolution authorizing the following appointments to the Berks County Alternative Dispute Resolution Panel pursuant to the agreement dated November 16th of 2009 between the County of Berks and the Department of Public Welfare, which is now DHS, Department of Human Services. The three individuals are Faye Fisher, Ben Shardle, and Krista Pauley, all for a 3-year term ending March of 2026. Item C, adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a letter of support to the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation on behalf of Carbon County, the sponsoring agency for the grant funding for the grant application for federal fiscal years 2024 through 2026 Community Traffic Safety Project Program. The grant is shared with counties who adopt a letter of support and provides the ability to conduct educational programs to the public in general and in schools, as well as police departments and PennDOT. Item D, adopt a resolution authorizing Christine Sadler, solicitor, to issue an opinion letter concerning the $1.1 million HUD guaranteed loan for the Berks County Redevelopment Authority. Item 2, a motion to authorize execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated March the 13th of 2023. There are a total of 10 contracts. There's one with the Area Agency on Aging, one with the Berksheim, one with Children and Youth Services, one with the courts, one with the Department of Agriculture, one with Facilities and Operations, one with Human Resources, one with the Berks County Jail, one with Juvenile Probation, and one with the MDJ's office. Item 3, a motion to authorize execution of the payments and electronic transfers as set forth in the Controller's Office voucher listing dated March the 16th of 2023.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Commissioner, just a point of order. We should do a formal motion to withdraw items B and E previously on the agenda.
Okay.
I'll place a motion to withdraw agenda items B and E.
I will second that motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. Thank you, Solicitor.
So I will now make a motion to approve the agenda as presented with the removal of those 2 items.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. With that, we'll move to reports of our treasurer and controller, and we'll begin with Socrates Georgiadis, our acting county treasurer.
Good morning. We have an opening balance today of $198,888,042.54. We have a balance to clear of $4,398,204.88, which leaves us with a balance of $1,194,489,837.66. Thanks.
Thank you very much. We'll move now to our county controller, Sandy Graffius, with the controller's report. I don't see. There she is. No, she isn't. I don't see Sandy or anybody from her office, and I don't have a report. So we will skip the controller's report for this time and move on to our chief operations officer. What?
Thank you, Commissioner.
Angela France? Angela, do you have the report for the controller's office? I think I'm putting her on the spot.
I am sorry, I don't have those figures.
That's okay, not a problem. Ron, go ahead with the COO report.
Thank you, Commissioner. My colleagues are both involved in other matters Kevin Barnhart, the COO, is representing the county at the kickoff of the City of Reading's anniversary celebration. And the Deputy COO, Lawrence Medaglia, is reviewing plans and schematics and bid specifications with our facilities department and the architects and engineers for the Agricultural Center Rehabilitation Project. So in lieu of them being here, they have instructed me to say nothing, and therefore I have nothing to report. Thank you.
That was a long way around to say nothing. Okay. With that, we'll move to commissioners' reports. Commissioner Rivera.
Okay. Thank you very much. I do have something to say. First of all, I want to welcome Jonathan Heitzman as our new PRO. He is starting next month, so we're excited to have him here. Happy for Steph that she was able to move into a new position. Sorry to lose her as a PRO, but we're also excited to bring on Jonathan as the new PRO. Also, we were able to attend on last Friday the American Red Cross Heroes Breakfast, and we were able to there recognize American heroes at that event. One of them was one of our own 911 operators, Natalia Arbeláez. So we want to congratulate Natalia. Natalia received a call from someone in which she had to help the couple give birth to their baby. So that was a very interesting experience for her. She said it's the first time she's done that, but she was able to stay calm, get through it, and get the family through it as well. So congratulations to Natalia, as well as to the other heroes that were recognized there last Friday. They also mentioned that there's a huge need for blood donation, so anyone that would be interested in donating can visit www.redcross.org for more information on that. Last night, I had the opportunity to attend the Share Reading event at the Doubletree, which was hosted by the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance, as well as University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Great opportunity there. There were over 100 people there. Some of them were small business owners. Others were representatives from larger companies. So there was a panel that spoke about small business owners that do business with larger companies and larger companies that use small businesses locally to supply them. Then there was some matchmaking after that. So it's a great opportunity to do some networking and pair up our small businesses with our larger businesses in the area. Also last evening had the opportunity to attend the 275th anniversary gala for the City of Reading. It was at the museum. Great turnout, great event there, great celebration. They had people from two sister cities. One was in Europe, and I don't recall where the other one was from, but they were there speaking. They flew in specifically for this celebration. The proclamation is going on right now at City Hall with Kevin Barnhart there, and there are different celebrations going on throughout the city today. And the anniversary fireworks will be on display tonight at 8:50 p.m. from the pagoda. So at 8:50, make sure you look outside if you live near the city to see the fireworks. Let's see, on Saturday, I am heading out to the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania Spring Conference, which will be in Harrisburg. It is Saturday through Tuesday. On Monday, we will have the opportunity to hear the governor speak at our lunch session. We also will have different secretaries from the different departments there, secretaries from departments such as DCNR, DCED, Ag, PennDOT, DOS, the Fire Commissioner, Department of Health, Aging, about 12 or 15 secretaries coming to the event as well, which we will have a panel done by them on Monday morning, then followed by the governor for hosting us there for lunch. So looking forward to that opportunity. It's always a great opportunity to learn different things, to come back with new ideas for the county. And my last item is, remember, next week, next Thursday, the commissioners meeting will be the commissioners on the road at 7 p.m. at the Sinking Spring Borough Hall. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rivera. Commissioner Sahelnik.
Thank you and good morning. I want to follow up. Some of the comments were similar that I was going to make with Commissioner Rivera in congratulating the city of Reading on the 275th anniversary. I was able to attend the gala as well. The dignitaries are from our sister cities in Rutlenburg, Germany and Reading, England. So really quite an honor to have them here with us. And, you know, as we speak, the proclamation is happening at City Hall in recognition. The event was very special, and I want to thank the committee that was led by Council President Donna Reed and all the various committee members from the community. So not just city-centric, but individuals from the community of Berks County supporting this anniversary celebration. Also, more importantly, was Laura Reppert leading the helm and using the Community Nights Service Club from Reading High to organize the gala last night. So I thought that was really lovely to see our youth involved in celebrating something with the magnitude of the 275th anniversary. I also would like to recognize, I think that, you know, we're welcoming Jonathan, but I'm welcoming Stephanie. We're going to have a very dynamic and strong team for election services as we move forward. So I look very much forward to working with her and the rest of the team there. I will also be attending by invitation the Women's Caucus on Sunday for the spring conference. So I look forward to that and celebrating with other women who are involved in local government and government of different variations. And last but not least, I want to point out that tomorrow throughout Berks County and 11 school districts, there will be over 200 volunteers supported by our Department of Agriculture and the Berks Ag Resource Network to support ag literacy. So ag literacy is something that happens in recognition with agricultural celebrations next week. And they'll be reading a book throughout the classrooms to really promote ag awareness, which is a really strong sector. You'll hear me talk a lot about that over this next year. So I want to thank the volunteers and the coordination of those volunteers and their willingness to go into the classrooms and to teach our children about the importance of agriculture in our community. The story they're reading tomorrow is The Day the Farmers Quit. So if you can imagine what it would be like if all of our farmers decided to take a break and quit or go on strike, and how that would affect us in our everyday consumption, from this, whatever you've had this morning for breakfast, the milk that you've put in your coffee, the eggs that you've had, the cereal that you've had, the bread and toast that you've eaten. This is very significant because a lot of our farmers here in Berks County support us in those everyday items that we might take for granted. Notice I left out bacon, ham, because I am a vegetarian, but I do support those farmers that are having those items as well. So thank you again. I support the Ag Literacy program in our classrooms and look forward to our Department of Agriculture celebrating National Ag Week next week.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Sahelnick. Several items. Also want to welcome Jonathan Heinzman, our new PRO, and also thank Stephanie Weaver for her service. She's going to be continuing double duty until Jonathan Heinzman comes on board, but I know she'll be a great addition for our elections department as well. Also on the 275th, I'm old enough to remember 25 years ago, before I was a commissioner, the 250th. And if you think a little bit, shortly after that was the 250th for the county. So the 275th for the county, I believe, is 2027. So that's coming up. But that's a big milestone. You go to a lot of areas of the country, and they're not talking about history of a city of even 100 or 200 years, yet alone closing in on 300 years. 275 years is a big deal. Congratulations to the city of Reading. I also will be attending the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania Spring Conference. I'll be going out on Saturday, and there Saturday through Monday evening. I have to come back on Tuesday morning for a special meeting at the airport. So will miss the very last portion of the county commissioners session. I do want to note, as we look at some of the economic challenges that our country is facing, as well as different parts of the world, looking over the last 2 years have been a very rough economic road. Recently, inflation continues to be a challenge. And even more recently, I hesitate to call it a banking crisis at this point, but there's clearly a banking challenge, and it is way beyond the SVB Bank in California. The county still has some ARP dollars left, American Rescue Plan, and I am officially asking that Berks County consider not distributing any additional ARP dollars, to hold those dollars for any county needs that may come up. You have to read what's happening around you. If you wait until you have a crisis, we don't have a crisis here at this point, but we need to act based on what we see on the horizon. If you if you don't read what's coming, you're going to get blindsided and not be prepared. So I think it's important that we step back, that we look at the financial situation as it exists, preserve those dollars for important and critical county needs. I'm sure you'll be hearing more about that in the near future. That is all that I have. Do we have any comments from our row officers?
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
Sandy, are you there?
I'm here. And I thought Commissioners on the Road was tonight. I messed up my calendar. And so I thought, well, we're not having commissioners today, so I just skipped the whole thing. Unfortunately, I'm the only one in the world that skipped it. So I'll also be there next Thursday night. I would have been there 2 weeks in a row. And by myself tonight, I would have been in Sinking Spring. Okay, we're going to do accounts payable $5,926,047.85. Payroll, excuse me, $4,838,911.98 for a grand total of $10,764,959.83. And just as an afterthought, perfect people are boring, so I'll never be that. Perfect or boring.
Time. Anyone else? Any other row officers? Okay. Public comment. At this time, we will recognize Ms. Pfeiffer from Ole. Good morning. I'm going to make sure that's.
I think it's not.
Yep, there you go.
Maria Bogdanova Pfeiffer, Ole Township, Berks County. A month ago, I spoke about election integrity, and one of the issues that was brought to me was also non-citizen voting. I remember that you made a comment after that saying the truth matters. Well, facts and numbers do not lie. I had obtained reports that were produced for you too by BCRC. So in 2020, there was indication that the non-citizen voted in November 3rd election. In the report of 2020 was indicated that non-citizen voted. What had been done to prevent, first of all, to investigate that, and also to prevent that non-citizens will not be voting in our elections. Following up in October of 2020, BCRC request was responded with a statement that election services has no procedures as it simply implements PA Act 77. So follow-up questions from BCRC were answered, and there was further concerns were raised that apparently a suggestion was the Office of Election Services acknowledged that were where a registration is qualified to be purged, the act of canceling is undertaken every 2 years. This is in non-compliant with the Pennsylvania Voter Registration Act, which requires at least once per year the cancellation of qualified registrations. So there were several issues were raised. There were several pathways of addressing those issues were stated in those reports. The reports were for years 2021, 22. I understand that you finally met with the team in 2023. By law, at that point, since you are running for re-election, you're not a part of election services, and hence you can't do anything about it. In addition to, since March 15, 2019, you had spent over $4.5 million of taxpayers' money to purchase the equipment, to test the equipment, voting machine, poll box. You acknowledged there were problems with that. So what was your alternative plan to identify those problems as they've been reported to you in following up elections? So here we're talking about 2 elections per year, 3 years in a row. So what has been done? Michael Rivera, I believe your statement was that we were unhappy that we didn't get our answers. If we are unhappy that illegal people or people that shouldn't be voting in our elections, that, yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. There are no comments online, so that closes our public comment period. Any general comments from the board?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
The meeting stands adjourned.
It's 5 class quagenary.
Yeah, you can have it.